Dear listeners of Voice of Saints, today, October 25th, Catholic Church remembers Saint Crispin and Crispinian. These two glorious martyrs, who were brothers, were born of a distinguished Roman family. They came from Rome to preach the faith in Gaul towards the middle of the 3rd century and took up residence in Soissons. They instructed many in the faith of Christ, which they preached publicly during the day. At night, they worked at making shoes, following the example of St. Paul, who recommended that the preachers of Christ imitate him, that is, sustaining themselves when necessary by the work of their own hands. The infidels who came to their workshop were charmed by their polite and affable manners and enjoyed coming to ask their services and converse with them. The profound conviction which imbued all they said about Christianity made a strong impression on those who heard them. They remained about 40 years in the occupation at Soissons without being troubled, even though they determined many to renounce the cult of false gods. But the time was coming when they were destined to give the most perfect testimony possible to their faith by suffering many and varied tortures and shedding their blood. In 285, the Emperor Diocletian sent his vicar into Gaul, where this tyrant revealed his intentions by ordering the massacre of the entire Theban legion. At Soissons, he soon discovered that the progress of the religion of the Nazarene was largely by the effect of the presence of these two brothers. When summoned to appear before him, they were not moved by either threats or promises. Seeing he could do nothing with them, sent them to his minister, the prefect of Gaul, with orders to spare them no sort of torture. They were suspended by pulleys and struck with clubs. They were tormented in their hands and mouth with wires, and strips of flesh were cut off their backs. They ceased not to pray when certain instrument destined for them turned against their tormentors. They were regarded as magicians. They were attached to milestones and thrown into the river, but the stones detached themselves and they swam to the far shore. A hotbed of fire, molten lead, and tar did not consume them, and they sang hymns to the Lord. The martyrs were patient and constant under these fearful torments and finished their course by the sword in the year 286. Saint Crispin and Crispinian are the patron saints of cobblers, curriers, and turners. On behalf of Voice of Saints, I wish you all a very happy feast. May the good God bless us all through the intercession of Saint Crispin and Crispinian. Amen.